jewelries. The use of decorative items made from articles of gold, silver, precious stones, plastics, glass, and other ornaments for personal adornments is as old as human civilization. Currently valued at $348.72 billion US dollars and forecast to reach a value of $480.5 billion US dollars by year 2025 and $645 billion US dollars by year 2035, the global jewelry market has come to stay as one of modern economy's most lucrative sectors. Expanding at a CAGR of 8.1% annually, the market continues to evidence relentless growth on the African continent due to increase in disposable income. Many Africans have taken cognizance of this development and are positioning themselves for commercial success on its value chain. We tracked down one of such Africans, a psychology graduate from Nigeria's premier university, for an inspiring and enlightening conversation around the jewelry business. Welcome, Mojisola Taiwo, CEO, Photo Finish Limited. I'd like to know, how did you stumble into this jewelry business?
Yeah, stumble is the word.
Thank you.
After leaving school, I started doing makeup artistry, something I'd always had a natural flair for.
Okay.
And whilst at that, most of my brides had issues finding appropriate jewelry for their outfits, both for the trado and English wedding dresses.
Yeah.
So it was always a snag, always staring us in our faces each time I had brides. And they made countless trips to Abuja markets to source for jewelry, Kano markets, and markets within Lagos. And I stopped. I thought to myself, why don't I fill this vacuum? I can actually do this. And that was what prompted the jewelry business. And I started sourcing and researching on how to get jewelry.
Oops.
Just to make my entire work complete on a bride. And after that, bride's mom came up with, oh, we want jewelry as well. Groom's mom, oh, we want jewelry as well.
Trust
okay,
mothers.
why not? Okay, you're all covered. And friends too started coming on.
Oops.
Oh, want jewelry, both casual and for dress, for parties, for any event.
Yeah.
So before I knew what was happening, it had become a major thing for me.
Whoa.
Yes, and that's where I found myself.
So initially for you, it was a gap that you saw.
Yes, that was what I thought I
And
was
just
doing,
wanted to
filling
fill
the
that gap.
Exactly.
And then it became this.
It blew, the entire
It
thing
blew
blew
up.
up. Yes.
I'm interested in finding out from the moment you started that initial venture,
Okay.
because we like to trace the evolution of businesses. What happened between the time you observed the gap and ventured to fill it, and what you have today, which is this very hugely successful business that you run?
Oh, well, initially, like any other sitting business, it had its issues. Like I told you, having to source for where to get exclusive jewelry.
Especially
Something
because you
you
didn't have
won't
that
find
knowledge before.
exact. I didn't have them here. So that was a challenge for me.
Okay.
But it was interestingly so, I had fun doing it.
Because it
All
was
I
something you had a
wanted
passion
exactly
for.
was just to make my client happy. And it was interesting.
And also make money on the
You
side.
can say that again. So I did that, and after overcoming the challenge of where to source, I was now getting it out to people,
Yeah.
to the market. They are creating that awareness, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
And that was another challenge. But by words of mouth, from one bride to the other.
No, we'll come to
family
marketing issues
Okay.
later on.
Okay.
But you know, when you started, you had challenges in terms of where to source for the right kind
Yes.
by your own
Yes.
tradition
Yes.
and expectation at affordable cost. And over time, now you have knowledge that is broad and vast. So the encouragement we like to give entrepreneurs out there is that they shouldn't mind the initial teething issues they may encounter.
That's right.
If you keep at it, you will grow through it.
Yeah.
And that's one lesson I'm learning from you right now. I want to imagine that you also had not just challenges of sourcing for the jewelry, but you had other kinds of challenges. Share with us what some of those challenges were.
Trust issues was another challenge that I had. People were like, hope it's not fake, hope it's original.
Okay.
You don't go to Brazil yourself, do you? Things like that. And but thank God for my convincing powers.
Okay.
Yes. So I was able to convince them and give them warranty.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was a strategy
That was
you
strategy,
adopted.
yes. And I go like, trust me, it won't tarnish, and it wouldn't tarnish. And I haven't had any case of my products getting tarnished in any way ever since I've been doing this job. And the interesting thing about jewelry is that jewelry business is so diverse.
Yeah.
With every unique piece, you have a unique design. It is inexplorable, limitless, endless. So the fun of that overshadows anything else for me.
Just the
fun
of
of
it.
discovering the limitlessness and the uniqueness.
So it's like a vast ocean.
Exactly. You don't go there. Don't try to explore because your head will spin.
Oops.
Yeah. So
well, I don't intend to
that
go
joy
there.
counted for me. Overshadowed every other thing for me.
What were the other challenges and how did you deal with it?
Other challenges is foreign money. I mean economy.
How do you mean?
Okay. Especially in terms of foreign exchange, it affects us a lot.
The instability in the foreign exchange
market. What you see today as a 4,000, say for example, 4,000 naira product.
Yeah.
In another 2 weeks, you'll be hearing 15,000 naira. How do you want to tell your customer that what you asked for, the inquiry we made 2 weeks ago, as per this product, the price is no longer the same, without coming across as being dishonest?
True. Yes. I will feel that way as well.
But I have no control over foreign exchange.
So the instability in the exchange rate is affecting your pricing strategy.
Yes.
And how are you dealing with that?
Well, what I do is that, one, I make sure that the pieces I get, the products, are unique.
Anybody
just
will say
so that, just so that you can't resist.
Okay.
That's a cutting edge for me. And I create a lot of deals for my customers. Okay, buy this set of jewelry, one for 18 kobo, set for 13 kobo, just to make it attractive for them.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So the more you buy, the better for you.
In terms of
I come
savings.
up with various deals just so they come.
So you are creative.
Oh, yeah.
In creating deals that customers. So you're not just putting a flat price on your products and saying take it or leave it.
I give them something to keep them coming all of the time.
We'll come to all of those pricing strategies later on.
Okay.
We're interested in tracing the evolution of this business.
Okay.
What are the challenges? What are the landmarks?
Okay. I have to say this though. One of the challenges is security as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I want to reckon.
Yes.
Because these are expensive products.
You can say that again. We stock all these things, and we are not sure about the insecurity around, as in theft and burglary.
Yeah.
For instance, my store was burgled sometime last year,
Whoa.
and I had to count my losses.
Whoa.
It was
But that's the reality you're going to have to continuously deal with anyway.
Yes.
So how have you been dealing with that?
Well, we just try to fortify security, put things in place, get police involved, security agents involved, just fortify security generally.
Coming up. Let me take it from your initial challenge of how and where to source for your product. Now you're saying that's no longer a challenge.
Yes, that's right.
Share with us, how and where do you source for your products?
Yes, some of them you have to insure.
We heard about that.
Until it gets to the final consumer. Yes.
So those are ways you're dealing with
experience
it.
that taught us to insure certain products, the high-end ones particularly. Yes.
And I think that's wise. That's wisdom.
Because a jewelry as tiny as this,
yeah,
might cost, you don't want to know how much it costs as tiny as this. Actually cost a fortune.
Yeah,
so you want to take chances.
I know of some diamond rings that can buy up the whole of Cocoa House.
Absolutely.
So I think I can relate.
I had a client. Let me give you I had a client.
Please.
Whose at her party, she couldn't lay her hands on her jewelry in time. She was going to change it to her party dress.
Yeah.
And she couldn't lay her hands on her jewelry in time. And she went ballistic.
I can imagine.
That this jewelry cost more than this party put together.
I can imagine.
So imagine how costly the jewelry must have been.
Those security challenges have not deterred you from this business. I mean, some of us will say, oh, look, I'm done because of this. You were boggled last year.
I'm undeterred.
And you lost millions of naira.
I'm undeterred. I'm not looking back.
It's too juicy to run back.
Well, apart from that, the fun, the excitement, the joy that this gives me, yes.
The joy it gives you.
Yes, money, yes.
From the bank alerts.
Well, we try.
Anyway, we expect that to also be part of the incentives. Now, I'd like to know what landmarks the business has recorded over the years. You've been doing this for how long now?
Since 2008.
That's pretty much over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you're still going strong, and you don't have any intention of quitting.
No quitting. It's not an option.
Oops.
Quitting is no option. And we've grown because looking back in retrospect, how we started,
yeah,
from just feeling the vacuum of brides.
Yeah, just carrying something in a bag.
In a bag, yes. And telling friends, I sell.
And now you have outlets.
And now we have outlets. We have stores. Mm-hmm. We have a showroom.
Yeah.
We are all over the place.
Yeah.
With almost capturing the market.
So let's trace the landmarks.
Yes.
Over the years. What evolutionary landmarks would you point at?
Well,
you've mentioned that you started from having this little bag in a pocket,
yes,
to having chains of stores now, outlets, and having a showroom. Those are landmarks, generally speaking. But are there some specific landmarks? Being boggled is a landmark, if you're asking me. Excuse my negative.
It's okay.
But what other landmarks can we point at?
Well, our clientele.
Okay.
The people we service.
Yeah.
People, high profile people. It's an achievement for me.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. People who ordinarily would fly to Italy to get their jewelry would say, photo finish. Please, we need this.
Whoa.
You don't have to fly to Italy anymore to get their stuff. So to me, that's an achievement.
I think it is.
Yes.
It is. You've saved them cost and inconvenience of traveling, and they're getting exactly what they will get in those places.
They trust my judgment. So to me, it's a landmark.
Beautiful. Let me take it from your initial challenge of how and where to source for your products. Now you're saying that's no longer a challenge.
Yes, that's right.
Share with us, how and where do you source for your products?
Definitely, I'm not going to reveal to you where I source for my products.
Why not?
Business trick.
Trade secrets, you want to call them. But you see, when you do that...
There's no way I'm going to reveal that to you or anyone else.
Okay, so how do you source for your products?
How I source, okay. Well, we design.
Okay.
And send to manufacturers abroad. Since we can't have that done here.
Oh.
For obvious reasons. Power issues, tools, equipment, and all of that. So what we do is we design, we are the creative force behind our brand.
Okay.
And outsource it to manufacturers abroad who produce for us.
Okay.
Copyrighted.
Okay.
Give it to them. Design for us. And we don't do mass. We do exclusive designs.
Well, you can say that again. That's a marketing truth. And you can't
well, that's the truth.
Well, we'll come to all of those
You can't see our
details.
brands held just anywhere.
Well, you can toot your horn. So, do I want to assume that you manufacture everything you sell?
Sometimes we get from wholesalers, trusted wholesalers.
Okay.
But for the best parts, we design
and
sketch our designs and.
So you have foreign collaborators?
Yes, we do.
But we heard that at some point you were also into production locally of some of the, not the high-end jewelries now, but some of the...
Those are, we call them costume jewelry.
Yeah.
Yes, we do that. Locally, we're able to handle that here.
Assemble stuff.
Yes, here. Put them together, string them together, and
you still do
we
that?
have them. Yes, we do that.
Like craftsmanship and what have you.
Yeah, we do.
We'll come and explore those details later on. But you also said that you source for some from trusted wholesalers
Yes.
within the country or outside the country?
Outside the country.
Outside the country.
Yes.
Now, you want to share with us some of those sources?
Sorry, there's no way I'm going to do that.
Why not?
Trade secret.
Trade secret
Yes.
is not a secret anymore, because if I go on the internet, I'll find all those things.
Well, it's all over the internet, but how authentic?
Oh, you have a point there.
Yes.
You have a point there.
There's nothing to find internet, yeah. Free
Yeah,
space.
but you should be willing to help some of our young people out there who want to start this kind of business on where to source, where they can start sourcing for their
Oh,
materials.
sure, I'm willing to help. Come to me at a personal level, and I'll push you through. Yeah.
Miss Taiwo, you're just proving too elusive. But you're our guest on the program, so we'll just let that slide. We let it slide out of respect for you. Out of respect for you. You don't want to share those trade tips and secrets with us. That is all right. We'll let it slide. No, I'd like to know how you prospect for business, because business is strictly about selling. Every other thing is ancillary. How do you prospect for business?
Like, as everyone else, online marketing is there. We have online marketplaces. So we do that. We use social media a lot.
Okay.
Facebook, the Instagrams, and WhatsApp, and all of that.
Yeah.
And blogs as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Do
We
people
have a lot
still
of
use
jewelry
blogs?
Yes.
How does
We have
that
jewelry
work?
blogs where you have traffic. Just put the things out there, your products out there, and you have it. It's just simple.
Just simple. I mean, just making it look so easy peasy.
Well, it is. It's easy breeze. Trust me.
For you, yes. But for someone out there who has not explored this market before, it's going to still look like an uphill task. And I'd like you to break it down for us.
Well, you just fiddle with it. Play around with it.
Make your mistakes
Make
and
your
grow.
mistakes and learn and grow from it. Exactly. We didn't get it right the first time. We didn't get it right. We still don't get it right all the time. But then we make progress largely.
Deep,
Yes.
deep. That's quite deep.
Yeah, I love that
Which would
people.
you say has been your greatest marketing tool? Referrals or online marketing?
Referrals, trust me. Referrals. And you know why referrals works for me?
Please tell me.
Because they deal with me. When they deal with me one-on-one,
Yeah.
I leave them with an impression. And they can't help but refer.
And they go out there and evangelize for you.
Yes.
I'm glad you mentioned referrals, because word of mouth is the most potent form of advertising, if you ask me.
No, you can't underestimate
What
it.
other form of marketing strategy or tools do you employ or deploy?
Aside from, well, like I said earlier on, social media,
Yep.
the Instagrams, Facebooks, and
Yeah.
blogs, we do that. And
Do you
Yes.
do traditional advertising on television commercial?
well, initially we did that, but in recent times we haven't been exploring that.
Do you have a reason for that?
Well, maybe the existing forms of marketing is just sufficient for us.
Okay, so
For
you
now.
found the internet, online, virtual media thing
It
working
reaches
for you.
a whole lot of people
Okay.
beyond what you can imagine.
All right. Let's explore your brand, Photo Finish. What is it about that name and jewelry?
You know, photo finish is this, when you look at it, even the dictionary,
Yeah.
when you just find this almost near perfection
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
That is it. So our brand is all about perfection, excellence.
Is anything perfect?
Well, we try to make it as perfect to details that you can hardly spot.
So you seem to be saying good is not good enough.
No, good is not good enough.
So
we
what
strive
is-
for perfection, and we're just not going to, cut down on it or compromise on quality or perfection.
Were you intentional about the choice of that name?
Intentional, yes. Intentional.
Really?
Yes, really.
So
Yes.
has it helped the growth of the business?
Yeah, look, because it's catchy, it's attractive. People ask me photo finish. Is it photo? And I'm happy when they ask me that,
I was
because it
curious
gives me
too.
the chance
Okay.
to market,
Oh, really?
to sell. By the time I begin to answer them, they're buying already. So it works for me. So it gives me the chance to market.
Yeah, but besides having that kind of brand identity, I mean, the christening of your brand, which to me is, in my opinion, is genius. In terms of managing the brand to the hugely successful business that you have now, what are the other attentions that you had to pay to it in brand building?
Well, we customize our stuff.
How do you mean?
Our bags, our delivery boxes, all customized.
So, what are the unique things that you do that has helped your business to grow to the level that we celebrate today?
Okay. For honesty is key for me.
Oh,
When I post my products online, I won't tell you they're available when they're not available. So when I post, you can be sure it's available. If it's not available, I put it there, sold out. And when I post, I describe each of my products to details,
Really?
yes, to know what you're buying.
you write about, you
This
put all the
ring-
write up
This
about it.
ring is that ruby ring, size 9. You know it's size 9 already. Warranty, this and this. I put it there, so you know what you're buying. It's all about transparency.
Whoa.
That's a cutting edge for us.
Okay.
And when you walk in, thanks to my working customers, when they walk in, we walk into a very comfortable environment. We make you so comfortable. We offer you drinks while you're waiting to be attended to. Our staff are very polite, and we just attend to your needs, and we recommend. Based on my background,
Yeah.
I studied psychology, by the way, in the university, so I'm able to really study my customer
Really?
and know what their peculiar needs are.
How do you go about that?
I look at you, okay, she seems conservative. What's going to appeal to her? Or she seems conservative, she's been wearing conservative trend all of the time. Let's go out of your comfort zone, let's do something, let's repackage, let's rebrand you, let's give it general overhaul, let's do something out of the norm for you. So we do that.
So you try to do a psychoanalysis
Yes.
of
So I can
the
recommend
personality
of
the prospect.
Yes, I'm able to.
Before
Because
you
sometimes they even come to the store confused, not knowing what they want actually. I just want jewelry. So I'm able sit, let's be comfortable. I ask 1 or 2 questions, and I'm able to tell what will suit your need.
What do you want
Yeah.
to gain from the questions you ask?
Oh.
Besides understanding the personality of the prospect, what other things do you try to gather?
What's the function? Why do you need this jewelry? For what function? When? And what are you wearing? That would determine what I'm going to sell for you.
So you don't just recommend or
No, you
suggest.
just won't recommend. You have to know what she's wearing, what your client. By the way, both men and we service both men and women, you know,
Yeah.
regardless of your age or culture.
Yeah.
So what's the occasion?
Okay.
Is it a casual outing? Is it a formal outing?
So you have this interactive engagement
Yeah, interact.
with your prospect.
You even take it beyond business level. We get personal. We show care, we show concern, we follow up. Custom, you know, if you don't have a certain product, we tell you, we'll get back to you.
So you profile your customers.
Oh yes.
Like the police authorities do.
We profile.
That's
we want to
quite
follow
interesting.
up. We want to transcend you just buying from us and working with you. We want to have a relationship, establish a kind of relationship with our customers.
Coming up. Share with us some of the innovative ideas that you have applied in your business, which is giving you this exponential sales that we'd like to celebrate today. Now, you seem to be practicing what has been termed relationship marketing. That seems to be what you're applying more of.
Exactly.
Here. Isn't that expensive? Isn't it time consuming and resource consuming?
Well, it is, but no pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
Yes.
No pain, no gain.
Yes.
And I reckon it's been working for you. I mean, if you have this very successful business that we want to celebrate today, Then that must have been working for you.
It's been working. And one thing I do again.
Please tell us.
Oh, this client, I have a new product. Oh, this certain client A would like this product. I get personal. So before I even put it on social media, I contact my client A, who I'm convinced might like this product. Oh, client A, I have this product, they're going to like it. It's like this. I show pictures, send pictures to them, and most of the time it works.
Besides integrity and exploring to understand the prospects, what are the other kind of marketing tools that you employ?
Well,
I know you are being guarded. You don't want to let out your marketing strategy, but it's my job to find out these things because our viewers are waiting. They want to know so that they can see how some of this thing can be applied to their own businesses as well.
What other things do we do? Okay, we take advantage of trade shows.
Oh, really?
Exhibitions. Yes.
Do you conduct exhibition or you go to exhibits?
We go to exhibits, but hoping that sometime soon, would have our own exhibition organized by us.
Okay.
Yes. Put up by us, yes.
So
But
for now,
we attend trade shows and exhibitions.
okay.
Sometimes we even get to have a one-on-one with manufacturers. Yes.
Outside the
country, yes.
Isn't that expensive again?
Oh, well, I always say, no pain, no gain.
So it's an investment
It's
for
an
you.
investment for me, yes.
And perhaps also an educational
You have to
activity
invest to
get money.
get more, yeah.
Well, I reckon that you would also have means of tracking your customers, your clientele, to see how they're faring so that you know when and, you service somebody who's gotten married today now.
We follow up on customers. We just don't leave you. We buy from us and we leave you. We
How do you
take
mean?
data and follow up from time to time.
How does that work?
Seasonal, festive periods, we reach out to you. And on anniversaries, we say, you remember your anniversaries, maybe your birthdays or wedding anniversary, we reach out to you.
Oh.
And we just put ourselves in the faces of our customers. We don't let them rest. We don't let them breathe. We throw ourselves in their faces at the slightest opportunity. That's what we do.
Being in the faces of the customers and the prospects, how do you do that? They are so widespread and vast.
Thank God for bulk SMS thing. We do that a lot, the broadcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get, like I said, we get personal, we call up.
Okay.
For instance, maybe your WhatsApp, your contact list. Like I said, you just broadcast.
Okay. Out of the social media, all the various angles, which one works best for you?
It's Facebooking, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Some would say Instagram would have worked best because of its visual focus.
Facebook has visual focus as well.
Yeah.
Yes. And with Facebooking, it's not only your target, your contact list that you're reaching out to, even wider audience.
Okay.
You reach out to them, you are able to get to even wider audience. It's not just, they're not limited to maybe my contact list, people on my contact list, or my followers on Instagram, for instance.
Do you do sponsored posts?
Oh, I do that a lot on Instagram, on Gram.
Oh. I've seen your packages, and I think that they're excellent.
Thank you.
Was that a spur of the moment thing, or were you intentional about it?
Very much intentional about it.
What did you hope to achieve? That seems like a no-brainer question, but hey.
We want our brand to be in the head of everyone that has come in contact, or maybe you've heard, just to be in their head. Like I said, just throw ourselves in their faces.
Yeah.
When you think jewelry, you think photo finish.
Yeah.
You think, we're just there in your head.
So
that's the psyche behind it.
Behind the packages.
Packaging, yeah.
And how did you go about it?
Well, I just thought about it. Brand everything that's brandable.
How do you mean?
And be my own muse as well. Yes. I wear what I sell.
Okay.
Take pictures with it. And that works for me because sometimes I even display certain products. Take for instance, I displayed this and I had so many likes on the Instagram, but no one has picked it up. No one has said, I want this, I want to buy this.
Yeah.
By the time Moji wears this, they go like, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. Something that has been there on my post for 1 week.
Yeah.
But because I'm wearing it now, they all suddenly want it. So I wear my brand.
Before we invited you to come and feature on the program, we spied on your business and we did our espionage activities, and we saw a lot of innovative ideas, which has been driving the sales in your business. Share with us some of the innovative ideas that you have applied in your business, which is giving you these exponential sales that we'd like to celebrate today.
Yeah. First, creativity. Like I said, we're the creative force behind our own brand. And
how do you mean?
Our designs are not all over the place.
Oh,
we have unique designs. And when I'm designing, I take myself out of being me. I look at it like from eyes of other people.
Okay.
Oh, would this apply to this? A would like this, B would like this. I just don't design and stock what appeals to me alone. Because what appeals to me may not appeal to the next person. So I isolate myself. Unique. They are unique. I take myself out of, I don't insert myself per se when I'm doing my designing or sketching or buying my product.
Yeah, so that's one.
That's one. Then again, I don't mass produce. Okay. When I stock a certain design, you can't find more than 2 of it.
Are you serious?
In our store. Because I want every customer to walk away feeling, oh, they've gotten this unique piece. You don't want to wear a jewelry and find it on every Tom, Dick and Harry. I like them to have the sense of exclusivity that is unique. This jewelry is unique to me, it's exclusive to me.
Yeah.
So that's a cutting edge for us.
And you've been consistent with this?
Consistent with this.
Are you serious?
Yes, the vision is a dream. I'm not about to kill that dream, that vision.
So if I find your piece on 2 of my friends and I want one, are you saying that even with all the money, if I bring the money, you're not going to
have no guarantee. There's no guarantee I'm going to get that piece anymore.
Because you don't stock more than 2
I won't stock more than 2. And if I have 2 of it, they are in 2 different shades.
Really?
The rose gold tone, the other one is gold tone or silver tone. It won't be the same shade.
Well, that's quite uncommon thing to say. But
part of our cutting edge, like I said.
Well, you can toot your horn. Your horn. But I'd like to know, what are the other innovative ideas that you've applied in this business?
The interpersonal skills, the getting involved with my clients, transcending the business thing,
Break it down for us.
Getting to know them, showing care.
Yeah.
How is home when they walk in? How is home? Just don't make it look too business-like.
You personalize the transaction.
You engage them.
Okay. I also heard somewhere that you have a data bank of some sort.
Yes, we do.
How does that work?
When they come in, you take their details.
What do you need it for?
To be in touch, to follow up.
On what?
On how they're faring. You just don't want to look. To me, it is stuck when you make it just business.
Don't people find that intrusive?
Well, I know in everything there's a line you mustn't cross.
Okay.
Calling up and saying, oh, good morning, madam, just calling to wish you a happy birthday. It is not intrusive, if you ask me. Okay. And saying we're calling because based on your likeness or affinity towards a certain design, we have something similar again. You might want to walk in and see them. Or should we send pictures? So it's important you know what your client wants. Especially for business and the birthdays, on festive periods, Christmas, New Year's, just don't be too far away from them.
That's fantastic.
You don't want anyone else to compete with you. You guard your clients, your customers jealously. Don't give space or room for anyone else to penetrate. Give them what I call close marking.
Close marking.
Yes.
And you know, when you mentioned anniversary, something lit up in my head, because I can imagine if the organization that sold my wife jewelries on our wedding day calls me to wish me happy wedding anniversary 10, 15 years later. It's going to get me teared up.
Exactly.
You know.
That's what we do.
And that's been working because it's going to work.
And that's what I'm telling you too much about my cutting edge. That's what most people will not do. We take it beyond just coming to buy or buying online. No. I hope I'm not shooting myself in the leg.
No, you're not. You're not. Because one thing about idea is that it's regenerative. Just when people want to copy that, another idea will pop up.
Yes.
And you're going to continuously be miles ahead of your competition.
That's
because
right.
But if you don't share and it's not copied, you won't be on your toes. So you just keep doing that. And if you keep doing just that alone, after a while you begin to be boring. So it's a good thing that you're sharing with us.
Right.
You know, because that will keep you thinking, what new thing can I do? What new thing can I do?
That's right.
And that's how you grow. So please don't feel bad that you're sharing your cutting edge ideas with us.
Thanks for the reassurance. Like I told you, my packages are intentional.
Okay.
And we do deliveries, you know that. Yes. And what else?
That's as much as you're willing to let go.
To let you know, to let you into.
I could see that because of the way you crossed your leg and the way your arms moved. It's as if, come on, these guys are knowing too much. But we are going to try to see what we can ferret out of you. And that's how the only way we can justify the time that we have spent. Our main purpose of coming here is to get good, quality, useful, beneficial information for entrepreneurs out there. How do you go about your personnel issues? Because good personnel is also a marketing tool. How are you able to get it right the way we have been able to witness at your stores?
Okay, over that, we have recruiting agencies around who recruit for us.
Okay.
As from time to time.
So when they recruit, you just take them on?
Well, when they recruit, hoping that since the recruiting agency know our needs, that won't go below a certain standard.
Yeah.
So when they recruit for us, we take it up from there, believing they've done the basics, you know, qualifications, educational qualifications, and all of that. So from there, we take it from there, and we do further interviews.
Okay.
And
so after the recruitment agencies have helped you to pick, you still process?
Oh, we do, because they have to suit now. What the recruiting agents what they've done is general, you know. Now we want to tailor it to what suits the brand.
So you are interested in that brand fit?
Yes,
before you employ someone?
No, we are.
What are the things you look out for?
First of all, attitude.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Not
attitude.
Technical ability.
Oh, we'll come to that, but attitude first. Right from when I'm interviewing you, if I sense attitude, we can't go further from here.
Oh, no matter how skillful you are.
I don't want to care about you being skillful. If you haven't got the right attitude to back that up, then everything becomes meaningless. So right from the point of interviewing you, if I sense the wrong attitude, you're not having this job.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
We can't go further.
So attitude before technical skills is what works for you.
I must say that you are willing to learn, you are teachable, you have the right, you know, mean for this thing the way you interact with me, the entire, even your body language.
Whoa.
They all count.
Whoa.
And so from there, once I'm able to scale that ordeal, then we look into your technical know-how and competence and all these things are teachable. Attitude you cannot teach.
Whoa.
Per se.
That's deep.
Coming up.
I'd like to believe that it's not all of the customers you have serviced that have come back celebrating and felicitating and jubilating. There must have been some dissatisfied customer along the line. How do you handle dissatisfied customers?
Well, yeah, you're
I'm hearing something new from you today. In your recruitment process, you said you applied case studies. And that for me is a new one. You know, most people don't do that. How do you source for your case materials?
Based on experience, past experiences, and just sometimes your imagination.
Okay.
Okay, customer.
So you give them scenarios.
A customer comes back and says that she hasn't calls that she hasn't gotten a delivery. How do you handle that? You know, and she's all fuming and all of that. How do you handle it? So, based on what you tell me, as my prospective employee, I'll judge you based on that.
But what if the guys just, you know, because some people
Then
are very
to
good at...
I'll fine tune with you.
Some people are very good at talking, but the doing part, they don't really do it well. What if you have an applicant that is just a smooth talker? How will you determine if this one is just talking? When he finds himself in that situation, he's not going to do what he has said.
Well, when we get to that bridge and he behaves contrary to what he has told me, then I can't keep him any further.
Okay, so you don't have difficulty firing people?
No, I don't, because my customers come first. Their interest first.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, I'd like to know also how you handle personnel issues. You know, because a lot of our guests on the program have told us that's one of the biggest headaches they face as entrepreneurs. How do you get it right? You've told us that at the recruitment stage, you are painstaking, you are conscientious, and for you to be using case studies, I assume it's going to be paying off very well. But the actual management of the staff, what do you do? What are the key things that you do?
Well, it starts from leadership.
Yeah.
I'm up and doing myself. I won't sit around or laze around. I work, they see me work. They see me moving, shifting things, moving things around. And they can't help but follow suit. Yes. So that's key for me.
So how do they manage your absence? I mean, you travel around a lot.
Yeah, over time, I would have earned, before I leave any of my staff behind and for me to travel,
Yeah.
they would have earned my trust to a certain level. And thank God for telecommunication, video calls. When I'm away, we do a lot of video calls.
So you track and monitor things from wherever you are.
Wherever I am, yes. And they know how we source for things. They know everything concerning that business. They know. I expose them.
You've trained and exposed
them to
that
almost
confidently,
everything without holding back for my staff. Yeah.
Really, but on the program, you decide to hold back from the rest of us.
Well,
I just assume, just picture in your head that we're your staff and, you know, you're training us for those periods when you'll be away.
Sorry, I'm not carried away.
Well, you know, sometimes it's good to be a generous giver. You know.
Well, I'm still on the program.
I'm still waiting.
Well, you might have to come and come for training.
Tactful,
Yeah.
political. I'd like to believe that it's not all of the customers you have serviced that have come back celebrating and felicitating and jubilating. There must have been some dissatisfied customer along the line. How do you handle dissatisfied customers?
Well, yeah, you're right. One or two occasions I've had dissatisfied customers. Some could be logistical problem when we are delivering package to our customers. Sometimes it's mishandled. It gets to them, maybe broken or something. You know, who do you hold responsible for that or accountable for that? Customers don't want to hear stories; they want it fixed. So,
I don't want to hear stories either.
Yeah. So I don't burden them with how it's going to, all they want is for it to be fixed. So is that if it's replaceable, I replace.
Have you had cases of dissatisfied customers?
Yes.
In the past? What happened and how did you deal with it?
Well, it was a broken piece
During the delivery
process. And luckily I had something close, not exactly as a first product, and she didn't mind.
Okay.
So I was able to convince her to have that. Yes.
Okay, but what if...
But I don't get issues of maybe my products getting tarnished or anything. I've never, because I don't do fake. I don't stock fake.
Well, we don't want to explore that. That could just be a marketing
No, it's the truth.
statement.
The
But-
records are out there.
But are you telling us that you don't have customers who come back complaining about how they've been treated or something? Maybe not necessarily about the product.
Oh yes. Maybe once. I can count on it on my fingertips, on one hand. Maybe once, but maybe how staff.
So how did you handle it?
Oh, just all apologies.
And if that doesn't work?
Sometimes I give discount. If I have to display on your next product, I'm going to give you discount on this one.
Just to appease the
Just
customer?
to appease, yes.
Is that the only thing you do?
Most of the time when they air discount, the apologies, yeah, they walk away feeling better. And I don't leave it at that. The next day I'm calling, sorry again about what happened yesterday, totally out of character for us, things like that. And they feel, that person's just human as well. They feel okay because of my approach, So they look beyond the glitch of the staff. It's just a glitch, that's what we call it,
All right. We'd like to know, your entrepreneurial journey began as a student entrepreneur, we gather.
Yes.
And then after school, you started as a makeup artist, and that's evolved into this. What should we expect from you next? Is there anything in the horizon?
As a child, I saw my mom wear a lot of beautiful jewelry, and you can't find them around anymore. I intend to bring those pieces, designs back.
Really?
Vintage, just like we wear bell bottoms and so vintage products.
You want that to happen in the jewelry industry?
Yes, vintage, timeless product. Expect a lot of that. I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be a year of fun.
That's in the pipeline or is it already in the works?
Already in the works, yes.
Well, we can't wait to have that.
Colorful, vibrant, vintage pieces,
You wanna-
irresistible pieces.
You want to wow us?
Yes.
Give us those trade secrets,
Oh, well,
those marketing strategies, those tips.
let's do that behind
That has helped the business to
behind the
succeed.
camera. We'll do that.
Now, we've been talking about business all this while. You cannot usually separate the personality of an entrepreneur from their business operations, the style, their approach to this entrepreneurial thing. So let's try to explore your personality a bit. If I have a crystal ball with which I can look into your personality, what would I find there? Who is Mojisola?
Mojisola is this easygoing, fashionable lady who would not compromise on good quality things, unassuming, happy-go-lucky person. Yeah.
How would you say this has helped your entrepreneurial journey?
Oh, a great deal. I won't say I'm an extrovert per se. I could be if need arises.
Okay.
Yeah, I could be extroverted. I love to. I socialize if need be. And I try to appear well.
So how has your family background helped you entrepreneurially?
Well, my mom, I would say, because she's after when she retired from active civil service, she became an entrepreneur.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And you were still young then?
Still young then, yes. And she sold fabrics. So
Whoa.
that, and my mom used to wear a lot of jewelry. She still does. Wears a lot of jewelry. Yes. So I picked that up from her. So as a child, even as a baby, she adorned me with a lot of jewelry. You should see my photographs as a 1-year-old. I had a lot of jewelry. I quite a number of them on me. My wrist, my neck, my ears. So
little did she
she
know she
indulged
was
us with jewelry.
Jewelries, really?
Yes.
Are you including the boys?
Including the boys, yes.
Really?
All my boys, all my siblings, the guys, you have on their, on their neck, the chain.
Have they always been like that, or they just started doing that after you started selling jewelry?
No, they've always been like that. Always
Whoa.
been like that. I didn't influence that. Always
Whoa.
been like that.
So your mom had subconsciously programmed you guys
Something like that.
to have affinity for jewelry.
Affinity for jewelry, yes.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa. And now it's paying somebody off.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
And
smiling.
I try to do it minimally because they say less is more. So I try not to go over the top.
I agree. Simplicity is beauty.
Because I see a lot of products in my collection that are so, high popping, attractive. You want to just pile everything up if care is not taken. So I have to hold back and restrain myself
You see the way I'm
from
just
wearing
looking at you.
them all at once. So
You've got a very, very expressive, persuasive ability, and that's one skill that every entrepreneur requires. Persuasive ability to communicate your ideas forcefully and explicitly. And I like that. And I think that's a lesson for many entrepreneurs out there. Ability to communicate forcefully and explicitly. It goes a long way in determining how far you go with your sales, especially if you're selling personal items like this. How have you been going about training and retraining?
Well, thank God, I go online. When I travel abroad, I attend seminars here and there, and I read up a lot.
But you're already there at the top. Why do you need to learn again?
Oh, you can't remain in your comfort zone and think you've arrived. You have to polish up yourself, and like I said, fashion is ever evolving.
Yeah, true.
So you have to keep at it. Catch up, keep up with it.
True.
Otherwise, you'll be left behind the scheme of things. So you can't just be complacent and think you've arrived. No, I'm still on my toes.
Okay, so where are we going to find you in 5 years as a brand?
Oh, outside the shores of Nigeria,
Okay.
major African cities,
What will you be doing there?
Jewelry, and jewelry.
You don't have intention of stopping this business at some time?
Not now.
Not now.
Not now. Not
Will you
in
be
the nearest
diversifying?
future. Oh, well, at some point, but nothing too far away from this jewelry business. Nothing
This woman is so
nothing too far
dodgy,
away.
so dodgy. I have tried every trick in the trade to get you to speak about these hidden things, these hidden gems, but it seems that you're so locked up you don't want to release information.
I'm just being me.
Well, we'll let you be you, and we want to say a very big thank you to you for accepting to be on the program today. It's been wonderful, though you've evaded many of our questions because you don't want to let out your trade secrets, but nevertheless, we still appreciate your time, and we want to say kudos
Thanks for having me.
and more successes and victories
Thank you.
in the future. On that note, we call it wraps on the program today. Thank you so very much for spending part of your time with us. Until next time, bye-bye.